Hello good people, this is your friend Pulkit from Gadget Generations. Today's video is going to be about a very impressive device priced at just $50. I'm talking about the Snowsky Echo Mini. It's a beautifully built, retro theme designed portable audio player that is retailing for $50 into the international market, and in the Indian market it is available for 5,499 Indian rupees. Snowsky is a new sub-brand to FiiO. FiiO needs no introduction among audiophiles because it is one of the biggest tech giants into the industry. Talk about USB DAC amps, talk about portable audio players, talk about in-ear monitors, talk about headphones, talk about desktop devices, and FiiO has everything under their belt. And not just they are there; they are highly successful models onto their lineup, and I have been a fan of FiiO because I have used many devices, including my very first music player into the hobby. The high-res audio player that I used to purchase, that I purchased for the first time, was FiiO M6 back in 2018 or 2019 when I entered into the hobby. So yeah, Snowsky is a brand new sub-brand to them, and it is going to focus mainly onto the budget segment, because as you can see, the Echo Mini is there, which is priced at $50. Then we have the Retro Nano, which is a USB DAC amp, which is around similarly priced like $60-70 or something like that. Then we have a $20 on-ear headphone, the Snowsky Wind as well. But today's video, it is going to be about Snowsky Echo Mini. It's a really compact portable audio player that houses a powerful performance, which we will be going to discuss everything about in today's video. So make sure you stay with me till the very end of this video. I will be beginning with the short disclaimer first. So Snowsky, I would like to thank Snowsky because they have sent this unit of Echo Mini to me for the purpose of this review. I will be adding the link to FiiO website as well as Headphone Zone website. You can purchase it from anywhere you want. Now next I would be beginning with the design and build quality for the Snowsky Echo Mini. So let's begin with today's video. So talking about design and build quality for the Snowsky Echo Mini, it's a really beautifully built device that has a retro theme design. It looks like a Walkman from older generations, because we have this click style top buttons onto the top, which includes a main power button. Then we have the volume up and down button. Then we have the play pause button, menu button, and the back button. Onto the right side we have dual headphone outputs. Yes, we have a dual headphone output available on a DAC that costs $50, and this dual headphone output is not just two 3.5mm outputs. We have a 3.5mm single-ended output, and then we have a balanced 4.4 output as well. In this price bracket, like $50 to $70, previously only portable DAC amps brought this kind of 3.5 plus 4.4mm setup. Really impressed to see that onto an independent audio player where you don't have to connect to using a smartphone or anything. You just have to load your music and you can enjoy it. On the bottom side we have a Type-C charging port as well as a micro SD card slot. It supports up to 256 GB of micro SD cards only. Larger capacities like 512 GB or 1 terabyte, so 2 terabytes are not supported. Onto the back side we have this again a cassette plate like look design. We have this kind of pattern which actually gives us an impression that it has a replaceable battery, but there is no such feature onto the Echo Mini. It doesn't have a replaceable battery. Onto the front of the device we have a really beautiful screen that has a colorful IPS display, and it packs an intuitive user interface that when you play music, it shows you that cassette kind of, just gives you those retro vibes that it plays into the cassette kind of thing whenever you play your music. And it's really good to have such a nice build quality and such a nice user interface in this price bracket. However, I would like to mention that the device, since it doesn't have a touch screen, you have to navigate it using the buttons only. So it is a bit hard to navigate when you have a huge library. So I would suggest streamline your music in different folders like I have done, and access the media library using folders, and it would be easier to navigate to your music and listen to your favorite music whenever you want to. Next, I would like to talk about the format supported with this device. So it supports FLAC, MP3, DSD, everything is supported. A different kind of media format, audio media formats are supported onto this device. I've tested it using 32-bit WAV files. I've tested different 16 and 24-bit FLAC files, and then some native DSD files as well, and all of them work quite well onto the Echo Mini. I never faced any kind of issues in using the device. Currently my Echo Mini adopts features a 256 GB memory micro SD card that is loaded with like 2500 2600 tracks. All of those are FLACs, and some DSDs are also there, and a bit of WAV files are also there. And it took it like 3 to 4 minutes to update the library when I first set up the device on so yeah, it took like 3 to 4 minutes to set up and update the media library whenever you want to. Also, it packs 8 GB of internal storage as well. However, I have not used it. I have copied all to the everything onto the micro SD card, and then it is doing a great job. Now I would like to talk about the battery life. So the FiiO has rated a battery life of 15 hours, and it works quite well. I have noticed it providing me with over 10 hours of battery life. I mean 11 or 11.5 hours were there when I was using it using 4.4 mm balanced output on the high gain mode, which makes me say that yes, it has a very impressive battery life as well. Now next I would like to talk about the user interface and different features that it has. So as I've mentioned, that it has a very intuitive user interface. You get a retro theme like cassette player like design, which plays whenever you play music. The media library is a bit hard to navigate, so make sure you streamline your music. Next we have different filters based into it. So you have the fast roll off, short roll off, and all that stuff along with them. So most of the devices that come into this price bracket, including some portable DACs, they only feature those filters like fast roll off, short roll off, sharp roll off, and all that stuff. But this one also has non-oversampling mode, and all of my impressions are based onto the non-oversampling mode only. From what I have noticed, the non-oversampling mode sounds the most neutral, and the fast roll off sounds the most warm. So there is not much of a difference between them, but you can get an idea that it brings minute changes, so you can actually try different ones and see which one suits you the best. Next we have some built-in equalizer profiles as well, that includes bass, heavy metal, and all that stuff, so you can actually navigate through them as well. I'm using the equalizer function on off because I tested it on bass mode and it increased the mid bass a bit, so that thing is really good and really handy whenever you would like to fine tune the output to your liking, so you can explore the equalizer function as well. In the next section I will be talking about the output power and how much driving force the Echo Mini packs in its compact and handy design. So Echo Mini has a rated output power of 250 milliwatts per channel through the balanced output port, and it packs a really powerful output thrust. Basically it drove the FiiO FT1 Pro as well with relatively easy. I've never had to go above like 40 out of 60 volume when even I was testing, so I wanted to go loud, so I was like 40 out of 60 volume on high gain mode. So it packs a really powerful output. However, I would say that FT1 Pro is not very demanding headphone per se, but being driven, a full-size headphone being driven with a device of such compact nature, I would say is really impressive. For IEMs, I would also say that the Echo Mini packs a really powerful output, so I never faced any kind of issues. I have tested it with BQYZ Frost, with Alpha Omega Ra, which is a bit demanding in terms of power requirements, with the 7th Acoustic Supernova, with the Juicier as XZ reviews Defiant, and I never faced any kind of issues. In fact, with the IEMs that I have mentioned, I never had to go like above 22 to 25 volume out of 60 on the high gain mode. So it packs really powerful output and gives you enough headroom. Even if you want to listen to louder listening levels, the device packs a good punch and will serve you well with a good output thrust. Basically, in the next section we will be talking about the sound quality part for the Echo Mini. Okay, so now it's time to talk about the sound quality part. Let me get my notes here. So basically, Snowsky Echo Mini has a neutral and natural sound profile with a bit of boost into the bass region. So you can actually say that it sounds a bit warm, but I won't call it to be too warm or overly warm, or sounding colored at all. It maintains very neutral profile for vocals as well as instruments, yet it packs a bit of punch into the lower end, which which gives it a balanced and well-rounded sound response. With a powerful output thrust, the Echo Mini delivers good enough output current so that it can produce good sense of sound stage around you, and provides with good extensions at both the corners of the frequency spectrum. Like, you get good extensions into the sub-bass section, you get good extensions into the treble region, yet it doesn't sound bright or harsh at all. Even with some neutral IMs, I have noticed it to maintain a very natural and cool sound profile. I'm talking about the IMs like Kotori Audio Zephyr, which has a very neutral sound profile. So the Echo Mini sounds really impressive in that regard. It maintains good clarity, good separation, good resolution for the price, in fact, as well. I remember last month I was listening to my friend Shanling UA3, which is a portable DAC that is available for like 8,000 or 9,000 Indian rupees, roughly like $100 into the Indian market. And it was sounding a bit muddy to me, but I can say that Echo Mini maintains good clarity. There is no muddiness. There is good level of clarity across the frequency band, and and with such an output, such a powerful output, you also get a good sense of sound stage as well. Now I would like to compare it with something that is similarly priced, so you get an idea that it has a neutral to natural sound profile with a slight bit of boost into the bass region. And I would like to compare it with a device that is something similar yet priced twice its price cost. I'm talking about the Shanling's latest M0 Pro, which is a really compact music player with a built-in touch screen and only 3.5 output available. So yeah, how do these compare? First of all, about the sound quality part, I would say that M0 Pro sounds a bit more cleaner in its presentation than compared to the Echo Mini. However, like I mentioned in the previous section, the Echo Mini also sounds very clear and crisp and defined. I just noticed the M0 Pro to have a step above in terms of clarity. But when I talk about Echo Mini, there are a lot of features that this one brings that are not available on the M0 Pro. First of all, into the sound quality only, Echo Mini has a bigger sound stage, both in terms of depth as well as width. So it produces a more immersive experience for its listeners. Moreover, I would say that M0 Pro maintains a tad bit more neutral profile compared to the Echo Mini here. Echo Mini has a bit of warmth with the added punch into the lower end. So there is no such warmth available onto the M0 Pro. Now talk about the features. So the compact and really small touch screen of M0 Pro is a bit hard for me to explore because I have really big hands, really big thumbs. So but again, since it has a touch screen, it is a bit more easy to explore my music library onto that one compared to the physical movement available onto the Echo Mini here. Moreover, I also noticed that the Echo Mini has a more powerful output. Basically, it sounds more dynamic in its presentation, while M0 Pro doesn't lag too behind onto that regard. I noticed myself to pushing the volume a bit more to get better dynamics out of the M0 Pro when I compare it with the Echo Mini. So Echo Mini has better dynamics and a more musical and a slightly warm sound response compared to the M0 Pro, and it comes at like $5,000 less, 5,000 Indian rupees less than the M0 Pro. So I would say Echo Mini is a better deal in that regard. However, I would like to talk about the cons with the Echo Mini now. So as you might have guessed, it's a bit hard to navigate onto the library. Moreover, the hardest part is it is really hard to figure how to seek the track front or back, for fast forward or rewind the track onto that way, because the only button that are available helps you turn the volume up and down, and then you also have next track or previous track option when you hold on to those buttons. So to seek the track for fast forward and back, that is a really hard thing to do, and I myself have not been able to figure out so far. I have not checked other reviews, but I'm sure going to do that now. Next, UI is a bit hard to navigate. I can't complain much about the sound quality for the Echo Mini because it sounds really impressive for the price point. But I would say that the Bluetooth functionality is not that good. It only supports SBC codec, and also I don't notice it to be very clean when I connected it using Bluetooth to my TWS. I don't find them to be sounding as good as they sound onto my smartphone. So yeah, Bluetooth functionality is just there to as a convenience. I have used it only for like an hour when I was making these notes, but I was not too impressed with it, to be honest. So yeah, Bluetooth connectivity is there. M0 Pro on the other hand supports LDAC codec as well and has a better Bluetooth connectivity in my opinion. Lastly, I would say I'm super impressed with the Snowsky Echo Mini. To be honest, I was not expecting it to sound this good. I was like, okay, it is going to be another portable audio player which is going to pack a decently enough output, but it packs a really good output. It sounds really clean, it sounds really powerful, it sounds really dynamic. I'm To be honest, I was impressed when I used the FT1 Pro into it, because I could just put it into my pocket and I could just put on my FT1 Pro and go out on a walk and get lost into my music, because I never expected it to sound so good onto the Echo Mini itself. So yeah, in terms of pure sound performance, I'm super impressed. However, in terms of battery, I'm again super impressed. However, there is no USB DAC support, there is no line out support. It is just good for the price point and provides you with an excellent response for to that one, and that is why I am super impressed with the Snowsky Echo Mini. Well, that's everything from my side about the Snowsky Echo Mini. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. I noticed that the video has become a little long because I had a lot of things to cover about the Echo Mini. If you guys have any questions related to the Echo Mini, you can ask me in the comment section below. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am regularly making hi-fi audio related content, and also don't forget to leave me a like onto this video. Thank you for watching till the very end. That's your friend Pulkit signing off from today's video.